So that only means one thing. He was drawn to a particular way of life, man. The Israelite. So you Salaki, and you can't get that misconstrued, man. Once you start digging in the words and everything, man, you can't get these things misconstrued, man. You know? But guess what? It's a stumbling block for certain dudes, man. Alright? And the reason why we bring up Cornelius, man, because like they used Cornelius' name in that movie Planet of the Apes. And guess what? In the movie Planet of the Apes, Cornelius was a warrior. Alright?
It's like Acts 10 and 2. It says, a devout man, one that feared the Most High, draw his house, which gave much alms to the people, prayed to Yahweh always.
That's right. So he gave alms, man, to the people, man. Giving alms, that's giving money, man. Not asking for a bet, or not wanting a bet. He gave plenty of alms, and he prayed to Yahweh, man. All right. He didn't pray to the Roman gods, man. All right. So how can any other nation call on Yahweh, man? No, they can't, man. Like we always said, they call all the other nations call him Al-Shaita, man, which is a terrible god to them, man. All right. So there's no way in the world that he was an Italian, a full-blood so-called Italian man calling on Yahweh, man, and giving alms. When the hell Esau ever give alms, man? They're tricky. And if you think you're getting something, it's always a catch to it with Esau, man. Alright? So that's how I know this dude was an Israelite, man. Because Israelites is the only one that really believe wholeheartedly in Yahweh, man, the Most High, man. They're how you say in this time frame, they're religious, man. But you got our people that are wicked religious, because they go whoring after different gods. You know?
So Acts chapter 2, verse 5. It says, there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout men, out of every nation under heaven.
There you go, man. Jews, devout men, which we just told you what the word devout means. Alright? Dwelling out of every nation, man. Every nation. So that's every nation on the face of this planet, man. That's not talking about just one nation, man. It's talking about every nation. Alright? So dudes that sit there and talk about that, just because you look a certain way, like myself, I'm a Gadite, man. So traditionally, you'll think of the Gadites with the feathers coming out of their hair, you know, running around, and doing all that stuff, you know. But we pray to Yahweh by singing our shop. All right. You even have people over there. You got the Cambodians, you know. You have cause Jake went over there in the Vietnam War and was popping all them women. You have all the Vietnamese people, right? You got the Sicilian people, right? Because the Moors, which were Israelites, they went down there and took over Sicily, man. Then they started popping the women down there, and who's the father? The father was a Jake, man. So that's what the seed is from. So it's telling you that it was Jews out of every nation, man. Every nation. So if you see a person that looks like, I was talking to a dude at my job the other day, man, and I was telling him my son was asking me for an Xbox One or whatever. I'm like, I'm kind of skeptical on that. So he was like, yo, man, listen. He's like, all you gotta do is go get this credit card. It's from Kmart. And this is that. He was like, man, and they give you they give you everything. If you're approved, they give you the Xbox and everything right then and there. He's like, then you take it home and cut the credit card up and never call him again. I'm like, yo, this is Jake, man. Cause where's Jake? Jake is cunning, man. You know? Yeah, kind of exactly. He said that. So he's like, he said that they called him and he told him that he was gonna he said he was gonna call a lawyer. So now you pump faking, man. You know? But that, and I looked at, he had a tattoo on his neck, and it was of a 4-leaf clover, man. So I'm like, he Irish, man. So it's a good chance. And then the way he moving and talking to him, I said, that's a nigga, man. But he looked like another nation. He looked like his eyes were blue. He ain't had blonde hair, but it was like, yeah, it was close enough, you know? It was close enough to being blind, man. So I'm like, damn, man, like, you know. But guess what, man? He was a Jake, though. And that's where you had that story of the wheat and the tares, you know? Because right now, once them up and coming race wars pop off, man, you're gonna have dudes like you're gonna have guys, right, from these other Israelite camps that got their guns and all that. And once all hell breaks loose, guess what? They're gonna come out, since they teach that if you're an Israelite because you look like a so-called black man, right? They're gonna be shooting at all these damn so-called white people that look like that, thinking they're doing the Lord's bidding, and they're not. And then guess what? And Lord's will, they're gonna let a terror creep up in there. Why? Because he has a fro, you know, and he looks like a so-called Negro, and they're going to think that that's just their brother, and he's going to end up killing their ass, man. There's all types of scenarios that can happen. That's why the Lord made it the way he made it, man. It's righteous, man. All right? It sounds foolish, but it's wisdom, man. It's wise. Yeah, man. So that's why I said devout men, man, Jews, are the only ones that's going to turn to the Lord, man. All right.
It's, Acts chapter 10, verse 34. It says, then Peter opened his mouth and said, of a truth, I perceive that God is not is no respecter of persons.
That's right.
But in every nation, he that feareth him and worketh righteousness is acceptable to him.
That's right. So the Lord is not a respecter of person, man. I mean, it don't matter what you look like, just because you might have a suit and tie on, you might have all this money. You think the Lord respects that, man? All right? The Lord respects who respects him, man. If you have fear of the Lord, fear is respect. All right? He's not a respecter of dudes that walk around these streets that claim they got the most bodies, man. Oh, I got all these homicides. I'm a beast. I'm this. And furthermore, I'm gonna just tell you, keep it simple like this, man. You dudes out here running these streets, talking about you shooting up everything, killing everything. Just know this, man. For one, you're not more against it, you say, than King David was, man, and his soldiers, man. All right. You don't have more bodies than King David, and King David did it righteously. He did it to the other nations, not to his people. And furthermore, you ain't gonna have more than Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man, who is the ultimate body catcher, so to speak, man. Because when he comes back, man, he's coming back to wreak havoc, man. All right. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 6 and 3. It says, and one cried unto another and said, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory.
No, it says 16.
Oh, Salakia. That was a good one too. All right. Start at 1. All right, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 63 and 1. And it reads, Who is that cometh from Edom? And with the dyed garments from Bozrah, this that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength.
Yeah, and this is a future prophecy talking about Yahweh Shai.
Right.
The person is asking like a rhetorical question: who is this that coming from Edom with dyed garments? And it's talking about blood, because analogy of blood is like the blood of the wine. So to speak.
The wine press.
Yeah, the wine press. And Basra is a city in Edom.
Right.
So it says, who is it that coming from Edom with dyed garments from Basra?
Yeah,
It's like just like in a scripture in Isaiah where it says, the battle of the warriors with confused noise. This shall be with burning with fuel of fire, because in the ancient world they used to do hand-to-hand combat. You know what I'm saying? The blood splashed all on somebody's warrior garments and all that stuff. It looked like tie-dye or something like that. So much blood and stuff.
Right.
So that's the analogy that's given. But it's talking about Yahweh Shai going into Edom, basically. This shall be with burning. This shall be with burning. Battle with the warriors with these names. It's Isaiah 40 something.
I'm not just ready. Go ahead.
Yeah, so where I was about to get Isaiah 9 and 5 real quick.
This is the book of and I just read it too. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 5. It says, For every battle of the warriors is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be the burning and fuel of fire.
Yeah, so it says, and this shall be with burning and fuel of fire, because this next, world war that's coming up, the next, world, the third woe that the scripture speaks about is going to be with thermonuclear destruction.
That's right.
The next, so-called, or equivalent to the flood of, Noah,
right.
is going to be the thermonuclear destruction.
That's right.
When, the angels and the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshai is going to be in those missiles to basically make them hit their targets. And their targets are going to be, as you can see in the sign right here, this illustration. It's you have the missiles being shot from. Yeah, you see some missiles being shot from America, because that's why the Most High set these nations up to gather their nuclear arsenals so they would shoot them on each other. But ultimately, they're going to be shot on America. That's why you see more missiles being shot from the east onto America. And they're targeted at America. You see targets hitting America. You're going to see them hitting Israel. That's why you see that over there, right here. The nation. The continent of Israel, not the nation of Israel. And they're gonna be trying to hit up Russia and all that. America.
Well, the nation of Israel won't get it too big. Yeah, but like we said, like the brother was saying, man, it's gonna be with burning the fuel of fire, man. So that burning and the fuel of fire is what? Everything on the ground is gonna burn, man. It's highly flammable. from your asphalt, you know, from everything, man. It's highly flammable, you know. Even the chemicals you put in your body, man. You know, that's flammable. You're flammable, man. So this war right here is going to be with burning and fuel of fire, man. The fuel, man. But and then guess what? It said every. This is Isaiah 9:5. It says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, man. So you're gonna have confusing noises, man. People ain't gonna know what those sounds are when they coming out the sky. Even back in ancient times when they was they had them wars and all that. Those people didn't know what that was, man. That's why it says a confused noise, because it's not a noise that you hear every day. Like people hear gunshots every day in Philadelphia and in your other surrounding cities, man, in America. All right. But when you start hearing tanks and things of that nature coming up and down your streets, and you're hearing them jets flying over you and them helicopters, that's confused noise right there, man. That's not a noise you're used to hearing every day. So you're gonna be confused, like, oh, what the heck? Like, what's that? You know? Them people over there in Iraq, they're used to that now, man. Those people over there in Syria, Russia and all those places, man, that America's been doing the same thing that's going to happen here. America's been doing over there. They've been bombing those places for decades, man. Those people are used to that noise now. If a bomb was to go off right here on Broad Street, these people would be confused, man. They wouldn't know what it was. But somebody that's been in that predicament knows what it is, man. And every war said with garments rolled in blood, man. Like the brother said, that was hand-in-hand combat, man. What you niggas do nowadays, man, you want to shoot from a block up the street and don't even got good aim, man. Hey, innocent bystander. Well, I ain't gonna say the innocent because it's judgment by Yahweh by sitting out shot. But you missed your target. Alright? And that's just like the brother said, the Lord is gonna the spirit of the Lord is gonna be in them nuclear weapons to hit the target that Yahweh by sitting outside wants them to hit, man. The same way he put them spirits in them bullets to go hit whoever, man. You could be shooting at this person, but the Lord, it ain't his judgment day. So that bullet will fly and go somewhere else where the Lord intended for it to go, man. You know? Back to Isaiah 63:1, it says, who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This is that glorious in Slakia. This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. This is Isaiah chapter 63:1. It says, who is that? Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save.
Outside coming back, not as he did, over 2,000 years ago, but in the warrior state, in the warrior garments, taking down Edom. Right.
Oh yeah, yo, damn. Like the brother.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like it's raining out here now. You heard like lightning and stuff. People start, scatter like bushes and stuff.
That's a confusing noise, man. First of all, they confused because now that's the spirit, man. We talking about it. and it started raining like that. Now just imagine this rain was missiles, man. It ain't nowhere to run and all that, man. And these people gonna be getting hit with it right where they stand, melting right where they stand, burning up, man. And just like you heard them women in the background screaming, they're gonna be just like that, man, screaming confused. But guess what? It's gonna be nobody to save them, man. All right? No one to save, man. Verse 2 says, wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the winepress?
Yeah, so Yahweh's garments are gonna be red as if he was, like we were saying in the ancient world, how they had the wine press where you would put grapes in it, stomp them out, and the liquid or whatever, the wine, blood of the wine would seep, and they would, save it or whatever. But the people that did that, they would get their clothes would get, dirty and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they're like blood, blood from the grapes, like red.
And yo, when you get cut so deep, your blood is actually blue before it hits the surface and turns red, like, So when you cut that blood is real dark red, like thick, and that's why they gave it the comparison, like treading in the wine press, man. All right, the wine fat, because you constantly stomping them, and it's getting all on your garment, man. She step off that car, boy. It's gonna be hot. All right, it says, verse 3 says, I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me, for I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment.
Yeah, so basically, you know what I'm saying, Yahweh he's gonna get busy. He's not playing. He's not gonna have stuff. He's gonna totally get into the spirit of destroying people.
Right. Yo, and that right there, man, was like deep. Yeah, this rain coming down, man. No, and it's funny how this rain is coming down the way it is, because that rain, man, the rain that's going to be how the blood be on Yahweh's garments, man. It's getting real out here, man. But that's all symbolic, man. So how Yahweh Shai, when he comes, it's not going to be no talking, man. It say he's going to scream out like a woman that travaileth, man. Like travaileth in pain and labor. All right. Like the brother said, he's going to come back, he's going to get busy, man. He ain't coming back, like we say, like we like, one of our lines we like to use is, he's not coming back passing out, lollipops and roses and flowers. Like them people always say he's going to come back like, oh, yeah, cut, like, well done, my good and faithful servant. All right, because in that time he's going to beam you up, destroying things, man. Simultaneous at the same time. Just as fast as this sky just got dark like that, and it started pouring down, raining like it is now, and thundering and lightning. That's the same way that the sky gonna get dark like that, and the Lord gonna come back, but instead of this water, it's gonna be thermonuclear missiles. And instead of this water, it's gonna be a lot of bloodshed of the people. So take this as this is I ain't even gonna say test run, but this is how it's gonna be, man. You see how that water flowing up that building like that, man? Matter of fact, we're gonna give y'all a shot of that. It's like a ghost town, man. And you're gonna have people gonna get caught out there like that, man. See them running off the elevator. But instead of the rain, man,
I was trying to put this
but instead of that, man, it's just going to be this is going to be all blood, man. It's really coming down out here. Salaki, bear with us, Aki. Matter of fact, we're gonna stop this.